Moving on to public communication, members of the public are welcome and encouraged to participate in the meeting. Public comment is taken on the items listed on the agenda when they are called. Public comment on the items not listed on the agenda will be heard at this time. Comments on controversial items may be limited, and large groups are encouraged to select representatives to express the opinions of the group. And we have, members of the public submitting written requests at least 24 hours prior to the meeting will normally be allotted 5 minutes to speak. And I have 2 speaker cards here, one from Cindy Payne, one from Bob Renton. Bob, since you're already up there.
I'll go second if you like.
No, you're there. And I know you were less than 24 hours, but you know what? You did do it in advance, so if you need 5, you go for it, sir.
Thank you very much. Excuse me. My name is Bob Renton. I have a second residence on Hun Road in the Keyhole area near Yuba City. I need to talk to the council of the public about law enforcement by Yuba City Police. Nothing negative. Some council members stated their goal was to increase coverage ratios for all of Yuba City. I would like to remind council that the Walton area does not receive any police coverage at all. And I recently learned from Mayor Harris that police for Walton area is not even a solid goal within the top 5 yet for City Council. After their recent workshop. Now, the top 5 goals for Yuba City should include police for Walton before any discussion of increasing overall coverage ratios for police. Only 2 years ago, that was a stated top priority by the council and city manager, the former city manager. Council should be reminded that annexation of the Walton area represented a commitment to bring city services to the area, not just an IOU. California state law, through the LAFCO process, requires that the city certify it has financial capacity to bring services to the area to be annexed. And IOU simply does not qualify. This represents a fraud upon the residents of the Walton area. Many have been waiting for up to 17 years now for police service. John Buckland clearly stated during his campaigning for council several years ago that he was asked hundreds of times, when are we going to get city police services? This is all on video record, and during the Keyhole annexation process, it was recorded, his statements. Now, city staff claimed that the startup cost of $1.1 million had already been set aside in reserves, and the annual subsidy of carrying the Keyhole area and the Walton area bedroom districts of $300,000 per year annually would not be a problem in a $42 million budget. Now, there is very little commercial activity there to help carry the cost of bedrooms that don't pay their fair share, or essentially are subsidized. So the commercial activity is where the serious dollars would flow into the Yuba City budget. Houses consume more costs of city services than are paid back in property taxes. The time is now to make police for Walton a priority, one of your top 5. The Keyhole area annexation failed. Computer went. The Keyhole area annexation failed, and no more excuses, please, from that master tax agreement. Time to bring fairness to the Walton area residents. Are you going to defraud the Walton area any longer? Or you should allow, as an option, you should allow the Walton area to detach from Yuba City. Let it go back to county jurisdiction, and you'd save a lot of money on roads. Then what are you going to tell the developers in the Bogue Stewart master plan? It will include many affordable housing units, even more subsidy involved, and many more streets to maintain. Your street repair budget is already underfunded by a huge amount, about $5 million. more subsidized area. So where is the payback for Yuba City in the Bogue Stewart master plan? Excuse me, the bottom line is police for Walton now. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Bob. Cindy Payne, come on up. Welcome. If you would like to. Cindy, if you don't mind, we have a request for a response to Mr. Renton's comments from a council member. You can stay there, though. That's fine.
You're fine. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Renton, I just wanted to thank you for coming tonight. And you're fine sitting there, sir. That's fine. But what I wanted to bring is we are still working on our priorities and goals. And each of us are one of 5. But I want you to know we have heard you. We have heard the people of the Walton area. And the city made a promise 18 years ago.
Right.
And you know, just because you may not be seeing it at the forefront doesn't mean we've forgotten about Walton. And we are looking at it, but we are a collective body of 5, and we've got to come together and figure this out. So I don't want you to leave here with the impression tonight that we don't care about the Walton area, because I was the one that you were referring to that we had many discussions about Walton. Right. And I do believe that we need to keep a promise that we made 18 years ago.
Right. Thank you very much.
While we're on the topic, Bob, I'll clarify for your information from last night. I'm not sure where you misunderstood me. I did state that public safety is a priority, but I would be out of place to say that serving the Walton area with police services was our priority, because we have yet to decide that for sure yet. Right. So that was to say that it was not a priority is not the case, and I apologize if I made you misled.
Right. I appreciate the clarification.
All right, Cindy. Welcome.
Hi, Cindy Payne, 679 Almond Street, Yuba City. I'm here also to speak about the police, but to thank them. I had something today that nobody would want on their street, and I am very glad you need to be glad you live where you do, where they don't need to monitor as closely as my area. So, but I just wanted, since I was here from the downtown, I just wanted to let you guys know I appreciate everything you went. Read the Appeal Democrat tomorrow. I'm sure we'll be on front page news. And I just wanted to say thanks for the response. We had a lot of them today, so thank you. Any questions?
Would you care to explain what happened?
Oh, if you guys want to know, there was a shooting on Fremont and Walnut. I happened to see the runners and had 11 police vehicles under covers. They were there for a good hour and a half. Then I had to come. They were probably still there. Saw somebody in here and recognized, but I just really appreciated their response. The whole friggin' street was covered. I mean, it looked like cops. I'm not a kid. No, it did. We had lots of them. They had one edge to the other, going backyards. It was scary, but it was impressive that when I called 911, I was able to, you guys came. Well, actually, there was more stuff, I guess, that I didn't realize that was going down, but it was nice. I appreciated it, so. And I would recommend everybody get cameras. It does help the police, so thank you.
Thank you. Next, for item number 5, we have, well, Elaine, would you like to speak? Sure. We have...
still speaking on what Mr. Renton brought up?
No, well, I have a card here, someone who would like to.
Huh?
I have a card here from somebody who would like to.
I just turned a card in, too. She can go ahead. Are you speaking on, if you're ahead of me, go ahead. No, go ahead, you're already there.
Go
Now,
ahead.
I'm Elaine Miles. I lived at 487 Anita Way when all of this went through the city. And it really, in my opinion, had nothing to do with really helping us, because there was a building thing that was going to go west of town, but we went way down economically. We got forced to hook up to sewer and water and promised we'd have police help. There's no police help over there. I feel sorry for the sheriff's department. They have one person that covers the whole area way down south. There needs to be some help there. And quite frankly, my tenants told me they bought guns because of this. Now that bothers me too, as much as I own a gun. But it does bother me that they feel that way. So please move forward and get coverage there. I trust Yuba City, and I really appreciate what I see on the Peel Democrat of who is arrested. I really like that because there's a lot of work done there, but they can't do it out there. Please protect our city. We're paying the taxes too. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. And I can read Holly, but is it Stout? It is. All right, welcome.
Good evening, members of the City Council. My name is Holly Stout. I actually am from the Walton area. I live there, unlike Mr. Renton, who does not. My take on the actual situation there is frankly that the sheriffs show up when they get called. My husband's watch when he was out mowing the lawn accidentally called 911. They were there in, I kid you not, 3 minutes. The sheriff's department does a great job down there. Would I like to see more patrols? Of course. But the people of Walton also understand that the master tax agreement is in fact a valid and binding agreement between the city of Yuba City and Sutter County. If the citizens of Walton, South Walton, really want to address this issue, frankly, right now, our recourse is with the county, not with the city, and we understand that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Anybody else care to say anything? Yes, Mr. Curlin.
Hi, I'm Tony Curlin, 636 Anna Drive in the Walton area. We bought our house back in 2006 with the assurances that within 6 months to 12 months we were going to have police protection. We have zero parking enforcement. We have zero traffic control. Stop signs are optional. Speed limits don't exist. We get, yesterday for the first time in probably a year, I saw a sheriff's car come through. And the driver looked like he was lost. But unfortunately, we really need help. I called 911, probably about 9 months ago, and it took 45 minutes for somebody to show up. One of my neighbors called 911 right around the corner for shots fired, and it was over an hour. So that's about it. We need your help. We really do.
Thank you, Tony. Anybody else care to speak?